Children, today we are going to read another chapter from our book, and the name of the chapter is The Rescue. It's a story, and I'm going to explain the story in different videos. So, hope you will understand and listen to my words very carefully. Let's start. The name of the chapter is Rescue. Rescue means to save someone from clutches or from chains, to save someone's life from imprisonment. Let's begin. This is an extract from Arup Kumar Datta's story, The Rescue. This is also an extract or a small part from a big story, and the name of the story is Rescue, and the story is written by Arup Kumar Datta, but this is not the complete story. This is just an extract, a part of it. A herd of wild elephants wanders away from the Kaziranga sanctuary and enters a nearby village. So this is a story from Kaziranga sanctuary. You heard the name of this wildlife sanctuary, Kaziranga National Park. So a herd of wild elephants. Kaziranga is very famous for elephants. So the wild animals, a group of wild animals, they came out from the sanctuary and entered into a nearby village. In the confusion, a baby elephant falls into a pit. So while they were returning back from the village towards their home, that is in the forest, one of the baby elephant who got confused, and suddenly he falls into a pit. Pit means a big hole with lots of mud. Nalia, a greedy villager, catches the baby and decides to sell it. And Nalia, one of a person from the village, he was a very greedy, very clever kind of a villager. He catches the baby from that pit and decided to sell it. Will the three friends, Dhanai, Babul and Jonty, be able to rescue the baby elephant? So this is the question, and the answer for this question we will get after reading this extract. So whether finally Dhanai, Babul and Jonty, these are three friends, will be able to save this baby elephant from the clutches of Nalia and will save him and send him back to its mother or not, we will read in this story. Let's start. Dhanai, Babul and Jonty entered the compound of Nalia's house by climbing over the bamboo fencing. So Dhanai, Babul and Jonty, three friends together, they entered into the Nalia's house. Nalia means the person who has captured the elephant, baby elephant, by climbing the bamboo fence. Fence means the boundary made up of bamboo. The house was in total darkness. The house was in total darkness. It indicates that it's during night they entered into the house. They circled the house till they reached the cowshed at the back. They circled the house till they reached the cowshed at the back. So they have to cover a lot distance, or they have to take a circle of the whole house to reach at the cowshed of that house. And the cowshed is at the backward side, at the back side of that house. One of Nalia's thugs, here thugs indicates a servant. One of Nalia's thugs sat by the open entrance to the cowshed. So the cowshed having a gate which is open, which is not locked by anyone, and at that door a person who is the servant of Nalia was sitting. Nalia had posted a guard to watch over his treasure. So that particular thug or the servant was appointed by Nalia to take care of that treasure. Which is the treasure here? The baby elephant is the treasure here. Why treasure? Because if Nalia will be able to sell that baby elephant, he will definitely get a lump sum amount of money. The boys heard a snore. These three boys, Dhanai, Babul and Jonty, they heard a snoring sound. Snore means while making sound while we are sleeping. The sound made by the nose. Now, Nalia's guard was asleep. So that snoring sound was coming from that guard who was guarding the baby elephant outside the cowshed, and that guard was making snoring sound because he was sleeping. Carefully, the boy slipped past the guard. Carefully, the boys slipped past the guard. So very carefully they found that the guard was sleeping. So they very silently they crossed the guard and entered into the cowshed. Jonty switched on his torch, and after entering into the cowshed, Jonty, one of the friends from the three boys, he switched on his torch because it is too much dark at the midnight. On the left side of the cowshed sat two massive bulls with a pile of hay in front of them. In the right hand corner, the elephant calf was tied to a thick wooden pole. So in the cowshed, what they found two massive bulls. They were sitting at the left hand side, and in front of them there was a pile of hay. Hay means the plants of rice. In the right hand side corner, the elephant calf or the baby elephant was tied with a wooden pole, with a wooden big pole. Its fore and hind legs were hobbled with ropes, and the rope was tied to the pole. Fore and hind means front legs and the back legs. Both were tied with the big ropes, and that ropes were tied with a pole, wooden pole. They threw the torch beam on the baby's face. So the torch that was carried by Jonty, he focused the beam or the light rays of the torch towards the face of the baby elephant. The three youngsters almost exclaimed aloud. A stream of tears was pouring down the baby's face. It was crying. So as they found the baby elephant, the three boys, they were very excited. So they shouted, and they found that a stream of tears was coming out from the baby's eyes because the baby was crying. Why the baby was crying? Because he was tired, as well as he was away from his mother. The next part we will learn in the next video.